Well, hi there. This is Shawn1113, your host for the Shawn1113 podcast show. Thank you for joining me wherever you are, wherever you may be, wherever platform you're listening to. Couple of things. Well, first of all, if you like this content, please contact me for Shawn47 47k at gmail.com. That's Shawn47k at gmail.com. And any platform and or voicemail messages as well. So thank you so much for that. It's been a very busy week with the Damar Hamlin situation that threw everybody off one way or the other at live television and from millions of people. And I got to tell you, thankfully, a lot of things have happened, positive reinforcements. As far as we know, the last time of this podcast, Damar Hamlin is speaking off a breathing tube, and hopefully continued prayers, continuing encouragement, and continued positive reinforcement on this as time goes on. Um, Also, the cancellation of the game and the way it's going to be structured. Uh, I don't know. I don't know if I approve this of the NFL as well. I don't know. But the playoffs is coming pretty soon. Also, a couple of things about college football as well. One other note I want to make about my podcast as well. If you've been listening on Google Podcasts, if I've uploaded this and it's been 2 to 3 days, and I'm doing this podcast right now, my apologies in advance because Google, for whatever reason, their algorithm, they put it 2 to 3 days later. So if you see it on Google Podcasts, I would also suggest you go somewhere else before then. So I don't know what's going on with Google Podcasts concerning they're uploading on their platform on that. So I just want to make it clear on that. Now, with all that being said, it's time. Believe it or not, life goes on. Life goes on as normal as possible, and time to make the NFL picks. But first, I'm going to make a college pick. First of all, the FCS Championship Game, Division One, North Dakota State versus South Dakota State. I'm going to pick North Dakota State in that one. The national championship, Georgia and TCU. I'm going to pick Georgia, but I would not be shocked at all that TCU will win that game. It's going to be a close game, and I do think it's going to be a very high-scoring game as well, in my opinion. But I'm picking Georgia in that one, especially after how they pulled off against Ohio State in the playoff. Now for the NFL picks, starting on Saturday, January 7th. Kansas City and Las Vegas picking Kansas City. Tennessee and Jacksonville picking Jacksonville. Baltimore and Cincinnati picking Cincinnati. Carolina and New Orleans picking New Orleans. Cleveland and Pittsburgh picking Pittsburgh. Houston and Indianapolis actually going to pick Houston here. Minnesota and Chicago picking Minnesota. New England and Buffalo picking Buffalo. New York Jets and Miami Dolphins picking Miami. Tampa Bay and Atlanta picking Tampa Bay. Arizona and San Francisco picking San Francisco. Dallas and Washington picking Dallas. LA Chargers and Denver Broncos picking the Chargers. Rams and Seahawks picking Seattle. New York Giants and Philadelphia Eagles picking Philadelphia. And Detroit and Green Bay picking the Green Bay Packers. Those are my picks for the Shawn1113 podcast show. And again, thank you for joining me. Thank you for listening. And if you are interested, pick a voicemail message or contact me at Shawn47k at gmail.com. Shawn47k at gmail.com. And that is it for the Shawn1113 podcast show. And as always, remember, please stay encouraged no matter what.